All right, guys, I'm here with Colleen Martinez from Glitz Glass Creations. Could you tell me a little bit more about what Glitz Glass Creations is all about?
Sure. So Glitz Glass Creations, I started clear back in 2014, and I actually took a class with my neighbor. I loved the class of fusing glass. It was just a little community class, and I thought, this is so fun. I love to create, and I thought I wanted to create more. So I just started accumulating supplies, and I bought myself a little kiln, and I just started making it, and I was just like so excited with the results. And of course, at the beginning, it was pretty ugly. But then I got more and more used to it. And then I learned how to make it. And then I actually learned about dichroic glass, which is a filler glass I could put in the middle of my 2 slides of glass that I would make. And it became even more beautiful. It looks kind of silver before, but after the firing of the kiln, it brings out so much color. And so then I thought, wait a second, this is so beautiful. So I started making it, I started doing craft shows, and then I just have been doing it ever since. Love it.
Very cool.
So what we have here is a lot of my glass jewelry, and this is where I actually start. This is a lot of my glass shards and pieces. I have lots of colors, but we'll start with like a green. So look at that green. It's like really kind of see, it has lots of different colors and little sparkles in it.
Yeah.
And so that will be my base.
Okay.
And then this is my top. But in between, I'm going to put what's called the dichroic glass. And it has a lot of different colors you could see.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's kind of silver. And so as I put these shards of glass, I would layer them on here. And I would design and kind of like take my time here to like layer it all together. And then I would top it with this topper. And that's where I would start. And then I would put this in the kiln. And I would open this up. And I'd place it on it's called fire paper. The glass doesn't fuse to the shelf. And so then I would just put it in here and then shut it and then turn it on. And it takes 12 hours.
So I know that there's a kind of a personal connection that you have to that particular type of glass in your process. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes. So we as human beings have trials and challenges in life. And I was out cutting my glass one day and looking back at all my stress in my family. And family life is really not always easy. Life is hard.
Yep.
Being a mom is hard. Being a mom of 5 kids is hard. So we're having a lot of struggles in our family and a lot of hardships. And things were just not fun. They were not fun in the family. There was just hard dynamics happening. And I was making my jewelry one day as just trying to get away and have some little quiet time, good therapy session. And I was thinking like, wow, I am really broken right now. I feel broken as a mom, as life. I've had anxieties in the past. And so I was just like feeling so broken. And I'm cutting this glass. I'm like, wait a second, this glass is broken. You know, I'm using broken shards of glass. And it hit me like, wait a second, I am broken, but yet I'm putting it into the kiln and it's going to be heated up to a very high temperature. And that's our trials. Like we are like through trials, we are heated up. We are dealing with difficult times in our lives. But as it's in the kiln and it's molding and fusing together, I don't know how it's going to turn out. Like I don't see it. It's in this kiln. But as it comes out and I lift up the kiln after 12 hours and I see inside, I'm like, wow, that is beautiful. What I don't know, what I'm going through, will actually, I'll be better on the other side. And I kind of relate that to God. Like God will heal us or he will make us what he needs us to be.
Yeah.
And so I just really feel like it's more purposeful jewelry. It's something with a meaning. It's kind of wearing your talisman, like something of significance to help you remember what you've gone through. Maybe it helps somebody that has really gone through a trial. Like I actually had someone call me when they heard my story and my meaning and my purpose. They said, you know what, our granddaughter just died. And I really want one of your pieces for my daughter to help her through this hard time. That is just so much of a connection to her trials and helps her know that she will be better through this.
Yeah.
And that was just somebody that found me and was living in Texas and said, you know what, this is what we need.
Well, I mean, it's a testament to how beautiful not only your story is, but how you're encapsulating that in your jewelry and how you're able to help other people take their stories and basically merge that with their jewelry, something that they carry with them as they go along. And as you were talking about how the broken glass and our broken lives go into this kiln and get heated up and get stress tested, basically.
Yes.
Like the glass, we're expanded, you know, we're made new, we're made more beautiful. Nobody wants the suffering in their life.
Right.
No one wants pain, but that is a fact of life.
Exactly.
What is it?
Human.
Pain, taxes, and death, right?
Yes.
You might as well take that and make it beautiful.
We all have these things in life. We have cancer, there's divorce, there's hardship, there's suicide, there's things that people go through that really affect them. And to wear something that says, hey, I've been through trials and I'm better now. Or, you know, even people that have had challenging years, like my husband does marathons. Those are hard. Those are hard on the body. Those are hard. Those are difficult. And every time he signs up for a marathon, he's like, I just don't know if I can do it again. It's stress, right? It's stress on the body. But after you're done with that marathon, you think, wow, I can't believe I'm better now than I was before.
Yeah.
We are better now than we were before. And so why not wear something that helps resemble those things and helps you remember who you are now?
That's fantastic.
This one just came out.
Oh,
so you can
no way.
see that I have lots of colors in there. And it's a lot different than it looks, right? Because
Yeah,
it
so
has color
different.
before.
Yeah.
Now it has a lot of color to it.
That's incredible. Yeah, this is like a unified piece in a way that I wouldn't have thought given how it went into the kiln.
Yes. And then I would cut it again to maybe shape it, to make maybe a set. I'd make a pendant and earrings, kind of like what I'm wearing today. I would cut it to make little pieces out of it, and then I would fuse it again.
Oh, interesting.
Then it would take another 12 hours. I have like a little glass putter right here, and I would score it different angles. And then I use pliers to break it.
Oh,
And then I would turn it over, clean it, and then use it again.
how do you come up with your designs?
Everyone is unique. Everyone is one of a kind. I feel like they are all one of a kind, just like we are all one of a kind. I literally just get in here and I just start getting creative.
Very cool.
I do pop-ups, but I also love to do private events. Like, people love to hear my story. I do private events. They get to meet me. They get to see me. They get to hear their story. They get to share their stories with me. So when I do private events or little girls' night out, I love to hear their stories because it is connection. It's all about connection. So to be able to do private events or even go to people's offices, a lot of people like me to come to their office, like owners of a doctor's office or dentist's office, because it's intimate with and they want to thank their staff. They want to say, you know, I appreciate all that you've done for me, all the things you've done for me through COVID. It was very challenging. You know, teachers, principals want their teachers to be able to do shopping. I love to serve and go to them and help them and meet them and hear their stories. And they love to meet me. I love private events. I love to connect with people. I love to hear their stories. That's just fulfilling.
Some of the artwork that's around the room and whatnot, I know that you're Christian. How does that tie into what you're doing in your work?
For sure. I totally am Christian. I love Jesus Christ. And I do feel like Jesus Christ is with me in this. Like, I feel like he has guided me through this. He guided me through my difficult times that are still not over. I'm still alive, so I'm still going to have trials in my life.
Yeah.
But leaning on him and having him really purify me through my trials is what we need. It's what I need. And when we really are having struggles, we end up turning to Christ.
Right.
Like, we're turning to him more. And so that's why I feel like we need Christ, and he heals us. He blesses us. He guides us. We just have to trust in him.
Right. That's beautiful. So if somebody is hearing your story that's resonating with people and they want to encapsulate their memories, their trials, and their healing through the jewelry that you're making, how do they go about doing that?
They can contact me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I also have an email. They can always email me at colleen.martinez@gmail.com. I would love to set things up. Contact me, DM me, message me. Anyway, my website is glitzglasscreations.com, and also message me on there too.
Okay.
But I'm open to anybody who wants to register me. I do a lot of pop-ups in the spring, so I have some upcoming in the spring over in Solomon's and also actually up in Pennsylvania, things like that, booking them all the time.
Yeah, you're starting to get everywhere.
Yeah, I travel.